Adoption in the first world is irrelevant. Yes.
This is where we disagree because honestly,
I want to hear both sides.
Yeah, I want to hear this debate.
I think that with we need to be able to spend our crypto. You know, like I know he talks about like holding his Bitcoin and stuff like that. Like I'm actually a very firm believer in using it because if you don't use it, then
it's because you don't understand it.
Oh my damn! The tension rising.
You're the reason, that, Yaakov, that Peter Schiff is saying people just hold it. They just hold it, which is true. We do, but some of us do spend it.
You know.
I think it's important to spend.
Peter Schiff holds gold. Peter Schiff is not going around trying to spend gold. Yeah, he's built some systems for like spending gold, but like you wouldn't. Why would you spend a deflationary currency when you can spend an inflationary currency?
Right.
If you're getting paid in an inflationary currency, and you're taking that and you're paying a fee to convert it to Bitcoin or gold or whatever, right? Even if you're buying 1 ounce gold coins, right? You pay. There's a spread and there's a fee. The store has to make money too, right? So you're paying them and now you're going to go and spend it, meaning that you have to go, let's say with Bitcoin, you're paying a fee on buying it, then you're going to go and spend it, and you're going to pay a fee on replacing it. And so like that transaction is costing you, call it 50% more than just spending cash.
Right.
Like why would you just go through all that headache just to spend more money?
Right.
Maybe you could call it more efficient, but really it's not more efficient.
I'm not saying it's efficient.
Because
I'm not saying it's efficient.
we're in the first world. We have all sorts of digital options for currency. If you're in Africa, if you're in Southeast Asia, if you're in South America, if you're in Venezuela, Bitcoin is absolutely integral to your life. So if you need to be able to access world markets and things like that, you need to be able to transact in a currency that's outside of the bounds of your government's influence, right? You have to have Bitcoin. That's where adoption is important, and that's where adoption is already happening. In Zimbabwe, they just brought back the Zimbabwe dollar a few weeks ago.
Man,
and
I heard about that.
So for the past 10 years, roughly 10 years, has been a sort of, there's been no Zimbabwe dollars, so they've had sort of free market in money. You could use dollars, you could use cryptocurrency, you could use francs, yen, whatever, right? Now they brought back the Zimbabwe dollar and they said everything else is illegal, cryptocurrency is illegal. Well, what happened? You had a huge capital flight into Bitcoin.
Right.
Because you want to be able to protect your wealth from the government.
Right.
Here, we were able to swipe our credit cards and bank and all. We have all of these amenities in the first world that just they don't have access to in Africa or Southeast Asia or South America or wherever, right? For us, it doesn't really matter that much. We're not the market yet. We will be, but not yet.
Right.
Doesn't matter to us that much.
Okay, I can see your point. There, and I would agree that adoption in those places are definitely more important than they are here.
And it's already happening.
I think the U.S. is going to be the last place that adoption takes place at because we're so comfortable with what we have already. Like I have a bank, easy access to a bank.
Exactly.
I can spend my credit, I can spend my debit. It's always going to be there. There's no need for Bitcoin in America.
You can do all of your auto bill pay.
But so good out here.
But here's what I say is that the reason the dollar has its value is, well, first of all, because we say it has value, but because we also force all these other countries to accept it and give us their currency, their gold for our gold-backed currency, which is the US dollar, which doesn't really hold its value.
Which isn't really gold-backed.
Wait,
it's not gold-backed, for sure.